Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Eton Elite Executive, and we're going to perform an evening medium wave band scan. Current time is 10:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois. We're going to do a little feature list on this radio. We're going to do a little size comparison, and then we'll start tuning the band. So this is the new Eton Elite Executive. It replaces the older Grundig Elite Satellite, and probably because they wanted to remove the word satellite from the radio so they could use it on a new radio that's coming out. So let's go ahead and go over features. Left-hand side, we have the antenna input jack, a DX local switch, headphone jack for stereo headphone listening. We have DC in of 6 volts. It comes with the AC adapter, which is nice. On the front, we have Eton. Behind here is a speaker and a metal speaker grill. We have Elite Executive, power switch with a sleep function, a lock button. The display, it does quite a bit. It's an inverted LCD, as you can tell. It has different brightness settings. If you look here, it has 4 alarms. It shows the sleep function. There's a charge indicator or AC adapter installed. We have it where it shows the clock while the radio is on there. We have a signal strength indicator here, a bandwidth symbol there, upper lower sideband modes. Our clock and frequency display will be here, our bands, what speed we're tuning at, and of course what presets we're on. And then the interesting part here is the 8-character alphanumeric display there, which displays RDS information and personalized naming of your preset banks, which is really nice on this radio. Going to the buttons, we have our function keys, mainly used for accessing alarm settings, but also for your presets. And what you get 100 banks of 7, so 700 memory presets. And you can put AM, FM, shortwave, air, anywhere you'd like in any combination, which is nice. We have buttons down here. We have a time zone button, line in, copy, paste function, erase button. We have the light button. We can actually increase the brightness or turn it off. I like using the low there as a standby. We have an edit function there. A direct numeric entry keypad. Down here we have band select buttons. The dedicated FM button is air band. On 0 we have long wave, medium wave band. And here we have AM for the shortwave. And of course it toggles the meter bands while you're on shortwave. Over here we have the wide stereo mode for FM and then mono mode. And then what this does also is it controls your bandwidth filters on shortwave and single sideband modes. Here we have the upper lower sideband mode key. Also toggles your RDS mode. And down here we have an RDS key for information. And of course AM sync and single sideband mode. Okay, page time, I think I talked about that. This just cycles the different banks that you have, 100 banks. Here we have auto browsing, which is really nice. So you can press this button, let go, and it'll scan the next station, wait a little bit, and keep going. You're able to stop that and change that type of feature in the menu setting, where you can have it stop on the station it finds instead of it continuing on. Let's see, to the right-hand side of the radio, we have the tuning wheel, which is nice. You push this in, and it goes fast, slow, and stop. It's very handy. I usually like using this. It's notched. It has a nice little notched feel to it. Analog volume control there, very simple. And a line in and a line out. On the back of the radio, we have the antenna, which is a very different design. I kind of wish it was retracted into the body of the radio or recessed. It seems to be in the way as it sits here like this. Here, 4 little, looks like buttons are actually magnets for the leather case that's not installed. Here we do a close-up of the band information. There you are, you have full shortwave band coverage. I believe long wave is full coverage also, even though it only shows 285, I believe it goes higher. Then you have the air band there also. Runs on 4 AA batteries. So that's the feature list, quite a bit on this radio, loving it. So let's go ahead and do a little size comparison. As you saw, it's identical to the older Executive Satellite. If you have one of these, or you have the black satellite version, the one I reviewed, which you can check out in the iCards, that radio is identical to this radio in all operating aspects. There's nothing different. The only differences are color. As you can tell, it has this cool gunmetal gray color to it and a really nice contrasting scheme with the white buttons. And if you notice, it also has gunmetal edges instead of silver edges like on the all black version. So there you go. And then I think I have a CC pocket here off to the side, just to give you a quick idea how big this radio is. And then we'll get to tuning the band. Let me see, I have one more radio I wanted to do. This is the Skywave. I wanted to show you just kind of how big these radios are compared to each other. The Skywave you can definitely put in your pocket. The Satellite or Executive, not so much, as you can see there. All right, so let's get going here. We'll tune this band. So turn the radio on. Tap it twice, typically. I think I was already on. Okay, there we go. So here we are. You can see the display. Our time moved over here. We have battery level indicator. Fast, slow tuning. The band we're on. Day of the week. It is the weekday there. Here it says 520 kilohertz. Then we got our filter, our signal strength indicator. So we're going to start. CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles. They say it's 250 watts. That's quite impressive if that's true. I haven't seen anything otherwise, but if there is, let me know. I love this bandwidth control. I think all good shortwave radios should have it this way, where you have up and down. No, like just single key. I hate the single key ones. This is just so convenient. Be able to go from 3 to 2.5 to 3 again to 4, back to 3. It's just a really nice way of getting on a good filter quickly. This is WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles away, 400 watts. Okay, I think this is KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, which is 275 miles away at 5,000 watts in the evening.
Before, how do I say this? One of those was a woman who worked for...
The audio is really nice on this radio, by the way. This is 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois, a local.
And became a slave to Abu Bakr. A sex slave who was...
I pushed this in here, went to slow, so we're going to tune up slowly. You can go by 1 kilohertz steps.
This is an organized...
It does have mute on tuning, unfortunate. Normally WNAX can be found on 570 here, no problem. This is WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts.
This is a test of the Emergency Financial Peace Network. All right, Zane. You don't really have an organization. That's why it's hard about them.
Trying to know out the other stations. I think this is Kansas City, Missouri, KCSP, which is 400 miles away, 5,000 watts.
It wasn't worse.
Share with your fellow listener how painful bruised ribs are.
Oh, it's awful. I mean,
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles away, 10,000 watts at night.
And I've been trying to milk it with my wife. You know, she's trying to get more downloads, but that's not working out either, so...
Okay, I think I'm just picking up some country music on CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Picking up up a Hispanic music station here, WMFN, Eton, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1600 watts. This is a station I should probably hover on to see if I can hear more. I have found WWJZ, Mount Holly, New Jersey, which is 719 miles away. As you can tell, there's other stations here. That direction there is New Jersey.
For kids 5 to 16. Spend time with professional music instructors on instruments including keyboards.
Here's WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Plan to join us November 2nd at the historic Studio A inside the Grand Ole Opry House. Get details and sign-up information now at WSMOnline.com. Music for Kids is made possible by Springer Mountain Farms.
Okay, so this is cool. This is a really sensitive radio. It's just nulled out 670, which is usually really hard to do. This is WFAN. I think I got that right, 660. This is the home of the Yankees. New York City, New York, of course. 750 miles.
It wasn't like they just got him off the street. I mean, they made a trade with the Cardinals. They gave up something to get him. Speaking of Rosie. Yeah, no.
670 to score, WSCR, Chicago.
More of a perfect situation around him. Second down and one, a handoff. Here goes to Walton, who zigzags his way over the right guard, past the 35, the 40, into the... He's got to have more of a perfect situation around him. Second down and one, a handoff.
Okay, so we're going to hear a lot of Monday Night Football. It's Monday night right now. This is CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
He's not a guy that can create a lot on his own, and I feel like that's what school in junior high, and he was talking about how bad the United States was.
WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Explain to me the different countries around the world that were better, and he couldn't.
Yeah, good selectivity on this radio. It's amazing. This is, I think, WOR, New York, New York. Partially. If we waited long enough, we'd probably be able to pull it out.
Your own real, naturally growing hair. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protect
WGN Chicago, 720.
you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Text MORE to 85850. That's MORE to 85850.
On a strong local station, I find that when I'm recording, my recorder likes being at 6K for some reason. If I record at like 4K or 3K, it's really low.
John Williams, tomorrow afternoon.
I think we're just picking up CKDM there at Dauphin, Manitoba, 820 miles. Okay, 740 is CFZM, Zoomer Radio, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always a treat to hear on this radio.
And here am I.
And any radio.
It crests and then it falls, and it's inevitable that at some point the
WSB Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
Bide your time, and when that happens, that's when I'd buy the truck. You're listening to the Clark Howard Show.
11 when you go to the bank. I learned why banks are now required to spy on you and I.
WJR Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
You're deemed suspicious or unusual. What does that mean? Get the secret war on cash now by calling.
You gotta have some experience. It's all about insulting. It's all about getting guttural.
Nothing to lose. You can hear in their words. You see, my attitude is no bleach. New York fashion. I liked them initially, and then I started to hate them. Talk Radio 77 WABC. We are New York. Are you almost 65 years old?
Good. You don't get to call letters too often. That's amazing. Great. He said WABC, New York, New York. 750 miles. Yeah, I can get the station pretty readily, but rarely do I get call letters. Usually there's some talk show going on for an hour. So it's awesome.
Relax. Call EHELP. Battle more than a dozen wildfires burning in that state. Reporter Jackie Ward saying,
the air quality
780 WBBM, Chicago.
area. CAL FIRE told me that they continue to aggress.
810. I'm not sure why I'm hearing Hispanic music. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm clueless. I don't know which one that is. If I find out, I will put it up here. 810. Yeah, that's not a daytime frequency that I'm aware of. Yeah, no. So cool. Maybe I found something new. Usually it's like WGY. This is pointing towards Texas though right now.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
820 is usually WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas. 810 miles.
I'm going to say that this passage this year as quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, I'm going to assume that he's
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
All right, let's see what we've got. It's called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy.
840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
The many highly rated term life insurance.
7,000. Write it down. 303-695-7000. Or you can check out more online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Tomorrow on Colorado's Morning News, another day of snow and cold. We'll get you through it with live reports from the roads and the KOA Jetcopter. Join us 5 to 9 on KOA.
Okay, so there you heard it. 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. Probably one of the farthest stations I'll be able to pick up on this video. Pretty cool. Coming in nice. 860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Plays well. If they can get this running game going, maybe they can.
That's a good night for listening. WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Now 7-1 with that win yesterday. I was in New Orleans for that broadcast for CBS, and I'm telling you.
1 skillet chicken supper, ice salt and pepper on the chicken, smoked sweet paprika, dry mustard.
This should be WCBS, New York City, New York, 750 miles.
Intercepted. This is going to be a pick six. Tony Adams.
This is 890 WLS, Chicago.
Touchdown, Illinois. Just a terrible throw by Plummer. A great read by Adams. And the man who made the big pick last.
Normally I have a high-pitched whine, but it's not doing it right now. That's good.
9-0. And Illinois would go on to lead.
Ask me something. If you ran this place alone, the guy absolutely right.
This is 900 CHML, Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles. I believe they're doing classic radio theater. Go through the band a little quicker.
Lower energy bill. Endless hot water for spa-like comfort.
During the shooting this footage, we figure out that she's the first woman to manage to lead an hospital.
990 CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
Damascus, she's coming from Wilburn.
Really? What are we waiting for?
WMVP, Chicago.
Surrounding neighborhood, houses, prices, any of that?
What are the schools like?
Right.
5.
I'd love for this frequency to be pretty clear, but there's like 3 or 4 stations running. Once in a while I'll get New York WINS.
Good morning from Utah to a very rocky start for a transit bus in downtown Pittsburgh today.
Okay, so I think they said CA, so I'm guessing I have CFRB right now. Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, makes sense. It's in this direction. As long, same with New York City. That's probably why I can't pick it up.
Apparently not in this middle class.
1020 is KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
You have to find not only one better job, you have to find two better jobs.
That's a great school system, and you do maintenance and stuff and clean up. I don't even know what the answer is because I have kids that are well beyond school at this point. Do they still assign kids, I wonder, projects that really require them to go to the local or the school library to do research?
Got another station shadowing WBZ here. This is Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
Right, yeah.
It's library science. And so they have to read so many books,
get information out, and those reports, along with the documents
1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
people who escaped became known as Vitold's Report, the most musicians too.
So this is
Southside Johnny and the hard-driving band, the Smithereens.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Former New York Giants stars, Harry Carson and
Matt, I mean, a kid is going to make mistakes. They're going to do things that...
Okay, music there on 1080. I'm not sure what station that is. I have a couple written down here. I have KRLD and WFTD.
But we thank God for this blessed hope. Shall we pray? Father,
1090 KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles.
to the holiness of God, to the fear of God.
And the thing is, to me,
WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
we're not there. Maybe, let's take Freddie's word for it. Maybe the practices are good.
You've ever heard a line from movies and maybe just sort of said it later?
KFAB, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles.
We're automating semi-driving when it comes to putting these loads. How in the world are you?
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
7900 or 800 92.
Names that shape the world's market.
Secret Professor Schiller of Yale University.
Solomon, the Goldman Sachs CEO, joins me. Bloomberg surveillance. Listen today at Bloomberg. On the Bloomberg.
It's traffic on Bloomberg 1130. Construction work taking place.
There you go, Bloomberg 1130. They say that's pretty cool. I never heard them say 1130. WBBR, New York City, New York. A rare one. I usually don't get this much, and rarely do I get station ID. This is 750 miles again. Beautiful. Again, a very noisy frequency.
Back Bernie Sanders.
1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
That's why.
By a lineman, Michael Peter, and that ball is torn away by Cameron Sutton. He goes to the 30.
Now, this is usually a Christian radio station. I guess they're into Monday Night Football.
Like the officials, I am going to have that play. I'm hurt.
I could be wrong. Could be a sports station at 1160 at night, but usually it's Christian radio.
I think it was.
Okay, I'm not sure if I got music on WWVA, Wheeling, West Virginia, 430 miles, possibility.
defender, right? A big guy not used to carrying the football. A legal forward pass that was set by the defense.
WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
Forward progress was stopped before the ball came out.
You're not going to miss that game if you have a radio in your hands and an AM band. Football games on every station. Gotta love it.
Missions or communities or corporations, they tend to be predominantly white, correct, she asked?
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Sweet.
Every study back it up. I know no
Sound
one is
good.
intentionally trying to kill people and hurt people.
Now, this radio is pretty phenomenal. Real quick, check out the links below. I'm going to have links to this radio. They go on sale once in a while for $125. And to be honest with you, that's a really good deal. I know you can get an XHDATA D808 for around $80, but the difference in reception, the satellite and the executives, they definitely surpass the 808. I will say that. But it is a bigger radio, just to let you know. It's a bigger, a little heavier too with those 4 AA batteries. But yeah, really cool. Check it out. Normally it's like $175. I think it's a little on the pricey side. Let's wait for that price to drop. It does every few weeks. Shoot that out there. Let me go ahead and just move on up the band real fast. I'm going to go up to the top here. I think this is WHIO, Dayton, Ohio. 280 miles.
What are you doing here?
1310 CIWW, Ottawa, Ontario, 660 miles. Go a little quicker to the dial here since we're running low on time. Okay, it should be WOC, Davenport, Iowa, 131 miles, 5,000 watts. I said that fast. 131 miles. I should say a little slower. KXNO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles, 5,000 watts.
5 weeks. And we are serving up some of the best wings and barbecue in Central Illinois. And every Thursday,
WMBD, Peoria, Illinois, 135 miles, 5,000 watts.
Corona and your am still like 'cause we got dollar bottles. Catering menu on Facebook or country.
Stop. That was funny.
More rain for Halloween with a high of 70. Powered by the Accurate Mortgage Group, I'm Scott Laria Moore at the Weather Channel. News on the hour, on the half, and on demand. WLAC.com.
There you go, WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
The White House official overseeing Ukraine policy.
But walking around with money in your pocket.
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
And a conversation with
up there from the beach of Rockin.
I think this is a Christian radio music here. Local, semi-local. It's in Illinois. That sounds pretty good. 1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario.
The Pittsburgh Steelers 27. The Miami Dolphins 14.
The game's over. Now they're going to talk about it for an hour. 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa. 175 miles, 1,000 watts.
I want to go through them quickly. The Jazz are up 48-43. All right, to the World Series we go. Night off for the Nationals and Astros. It's a travel day heading from
WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin. 77 miles, 1,000 watts at night.
possibly Game 7. All right.
Okay, music here on WPTX. This is cool. Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles. It's good to pick this one up once in a while. Okay, usually I hear In this direction, I get a news station, sports station. In that direction, I usually get the Hispanic music. This is 1700. I don't have the Hispanic music written, the station written down, but I'll put it here. It's a Texas station. There you go, KBGG coming through. It's Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Colonel Sanders here to tell you about my brand new mix and match any two for $6 deal at KFC.
And there's the music. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this off. And do final thoughts. Yeah, kind of had a fun time with this radio. Overall, very impressed with the reception on medium wave during the day, during the evening. Of course, all the other bands, Excel FM is amazing. Shortwave is great, especially outside. I do enjoy taking this outside, using the antenna. A lot of shortwave stations it can pick up. So, and a lot of ham radio operators too have picked up with this radio. So just a cool investment, a neat radio overall. I'm pretty impressed. It's one to think about buying when you're looking for a single sideband radio. They've really just done a nice job making it look good still. And they kept the same kind of components, but I think they may have improved a little bit. I just have a feeling it's a little bit better. I know my original satellite, it was a little weak on the medium wave band, but my current this one here and my current radio, the executive satellite, and then this one do very well on the medium wave band. So very excited. So check out those links below, definitely. If you like Eton radios and you want to see more about them, I'm definitely going to get the new satellite model when it comes out. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified of that video when that comes out, or any other videos attached to this radio or any new products that they release. They're one of the few out there that still put out shortwave radios, which I'm excited about. Of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Elite Executive. Would you buy this at $125? Or would you say no, Todderbert? I'd either take a Digitech 1780 or I'd take a XHDATA D808. But I'll be honest with you, this has its place. It's definitely a nice radio. Enjoy the audio, definitely. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.